So you're wondering if you can install a new internet or cable in your house without that technician coming and paying them to do it. So as long as you don't have to go up here, I think you're okay. Let me explain. Hey, I'm here in my basement to look at how easy it is to install your own internet. So one of the keys to this actually working is the fact that there's already a line in place in my home. In fact, I'm returning to Spectrum Internet, which I have had before, and I have been on MetroNet, which is a local internet provider to this area. They came in and offered very high speeds for a good price. But now Spectrum has caught up on their speeds and they're offering a 2-year price guarantee. It's the game that internet providers play with you, and so I'll play along and I'm going to save $40 a month and still hopefully get 1 gig speeds. So for starters, here's what they handed me at the Spectrum store. I had to go pick it up. They would also offer to ship it for, it's going to take a little bit longer to get it that way. I live really close to the Spectrum store, so it was easy to do this. They give me a bundle of cables, and we'll see which ones we need or don't need. So I thought it was nice they included another one of these because I noticed that there's one actually in the box with their modem. So they give you a couple of these. That's for if you're connecting a telephone. And here is the Cat 6 cable included. And there's going to be the plug. Here's the modem itself. So this looks exactly like the modem that I had before I switched over and had to return it. So hopefully it is an upgraded version, or they have upgraded the lines, or I don't know what makes the internet faster. But anyway, we're going to try it and see, and hopefully our speed will be what they are guaranteeing. So I have looked at a couple of tutorials on how to do this. In my case, there were no instructions included in the box. This was not an instruction pamphlet, so I did look at their video online, and now I'm making my own video so you can enjoy it. So if you live in a newer home, your internet connection may look different, and it may actually just be the connector on the wall, but I live in a pretty old house with an open basement, and I've kept my connections down here for ease of use. And so I'm going to be disconnecting the Nokia modem there for MetroNet. MetroNet does provide an Eero router, but I haven't really used it, so I use the Google Mesh system here, and I've been happy with it, and I will keep using it at least for another year or two, and then it will probably be time to upgrade. But so here are the connections, pretty simple. The cable connector is going to be the in. The yellow connector is going to be the out. That will go then to my router. And then the power supply does interesting to have a battery connection, I guess in case your power is out. But I don't know if that would work for your internet. So up here, these would be for a telephone connection. As with many of these, you can have your TV and telephone also through the same service. Never know what you'll find when you're in the basement. Hope this doesn't get a rating on my video. So I know there are a crazy number of wires in this picture, but this is just what kind of builds up over the years, and you have a few things which I'm not even using. How do we get so many wires? Such as an older connector, an older extension, and they actually give you 2 different lengths of cable as well, and these are definitely an upgraded looking cable compared to what I had. This direction. So on the other end over here is my line coming into the house. I'm just going to unhook a line that I had run across the house a couple of years ago. So again, I really like the ease of screwing those on. Sure beats the old form of cable. So next we're going to power it up. Now that we have the cable connected, we're going to power it on. And then the instructions said that it could take up to 2 minutes before, or it should take 2 to 5 minutes. It could be up to 20 minutes for the light here to come on and stay on, which would mean if it needs to go 20 minutes, that means it has to upgrade its firmware. So basically 2 lights here. The first one shows that we're getting power. The second light, we need to wait till it stays a solid blue, saying that it is ready. So it is flashing slowly. It's a very slow blue to white flash. So, but it did not even say online when I first turned it on, and this then came up. So I'm going to wait till it stops flashing, and then we'll continue. So mine is going into this 3 flashing. I didn't expect this, so we got to figure out what's going on here and what we need to do. Okay, so apparently I had to cycle through a couple of things, and now the light is staying on for online. So let me open the app and check then also with my Wi-Fi app. So it appears that it connected just fine, no issues. All I did was wait a little bit, basically just plug it in, plug everything in, connect it to the routers then, and let everything do its job, and it seems to be running. I'm going to go test it with some devices and make sure that everything is online. So everything didn't go as planned, and I'm not online with my routers, so I realized I'd missed a step potentially of signing in to the self-install, and so I'm working on that. So was it an easy install? Well, if everything had gone smoothly, it would have been, because I already had the line coming into my house, and as you saw, mine's in my basement. A lot of houses, you're going to have this probably near your TV setup. It's just going to be a coaxial plug for the cable to connect, just like you would connect your cable to your TV. So probably the same thing. It did come with a splitter, the kit did, in case you are also connecting it to your television. So the problem was that the self-install website was not doing anything. So I tried to go several times. It just took me to the Spectrum homepage. So it's kind of I don't know if it's a dead end, if it's an internet outage problem. Spectrum didn't seem to be having any other problems. So I called this 800 number, and that took me to a customer service specialist who was very helpful. And it only took a few minutes. They were able to basically to activate my modem through their system and got it up and running. And once that was in place, everything is fine. And here's the speed test. So the speed test, to finish it all off, is really the important part, because this needs to be a good fast internet connection for the price. So obviously you can get cheaper internet, but you can't always get cheaper, better internet. But in this case, I expect cheaper, better internet. 8? How can it be 8? That's like 1998. Come on. 8? Really? Okay, actually, the internet came in at a pretty decent 850. It's not 1 gig, and I may call and ask them if that's really what they think is acceptable, but we'll see. That a lot of times my MetroNet speed was about the same, and it was advertised as 1 gig. So the short answer is yes, you can do your own internet. And so mine was with Spectrum, and I would give it 3 qualifications. One, there obviously has to be a line running into your house. So if you have to climb up on the pole outside and run a line, then I don't think that's doable. Number 2, they have to allow you to do it. So this kind of gets into whether or not they will use other modems. So with Spectrum, I did get their modem, but they do allow you to use other modems, but it has to be an approved modem. So you'd have to do the research and make sure that the modem you're hooking up is the correct one. And number 3, again, they have to allow it. So not every company does allow this, but with most there's gonna be some kind of workaround. But with Spectrum, they offer it as an option. It's a cheaper option, and was it worth it? It was. So the only real hiccup was that the website didn't work that was supposed to be part of the hookup. I know that's a pretty big hiccup for the hookup. But anyway, once I called, I was only on the phone probably 5 or 6 minutes, because some of that was dead time while she was resetting my modem. But it was a really easy process from there, and everything was up and running just fine. as you saw, the speed test is not quite 1 gig, so I'll keep looking at that. That's a different topic though, for a different day. So thanks for watching. Hope this video was helpful. You can like and you can subscribe. So thanks. Hey Siri, play a song.